And all the participants, on behalf of Indian Railway Institute of Financial Management, Secunderabad, I extend warm welcome to each one of you for today's webinar on mapping of erstwhile demands to major and sub-major heads. And to take up this session, we have Shri M Nageswara Rao. He is Senior Instructor in the IRIFM. He needs no introduction. He is very popular among accounts fraternity over Indian Railways. And he runs his own blog, which is useful for all the account staff preparing for various departmental exams. If you have not visited, please visit. Now I'll hand over this time to Shri Nageswara Rao to commence the session.
Yeah, thank you, Bernard. Thank you for the question. Yeah, we'll commence the session. Yeah, please confirm someone in the message. Is it visible and audible?
Yes, please. It is visible, it is moving, it is audible also. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning, participants. Good afternoon. Yeah, last week we will discuss what are the Erstwhile demands and some on allocations. Now we'll continue this week with the concentration on the mapping of Erstwhile demands to major heads and sub-major heads. Because prior to 2017 also we have major heads, detail heads, sub-heads, all these are there. But the sub-major head concept, it is introduced in the year 2017-18. All of you know the railway budget was merged into general budget from the year 2017 and 18 onwards. So prior to 2017, we have total number of demands 16 is there, 1 to 16. We have the largest number of demands we are having than any other ministry prior to 2017-18. But after merger of this, we lost our privilege to present our railway budget separately to Parliament of India. Then it is merged with the general budget. So the impact of this general budget merger, we are allotted a single demand. But all the categories are everything is there. Only instead of presenting our estimates, expenditure estimates into 16 categories, that is 16 different forms, 1, 2, 3, up to 16. Now we have presented our estimates in the single demand. That is the only difference. Okay? But our finance code value 2 is not changing. That means while preparing these allocations, while preparing bills, we have to base this allocations is based on the finance code value 2, that is starting with the Erstwhile demand number only, revenue allocation. Please remember, that is very, very important. So now we'll come to this single demand number. Single demand number for Indian Railways, it is for 2021-22 financial year, it is 84. The 84 demand number is assigned to Ministry of Railways for current year, and next year it is 85. Next year it is 2022-23 85. Why it is changing again we'll discuss. This is the from 2017 and 18. In the first year it is assigned demand number 80. Next 81, 82, 83. Now in the current year 84. The next year it is already assigned by Department of Expenditure and Minister of Finance. That is the responsible for allotting the demand numbers for all the ministries. So next year it is 85. Why it is changing? We'll discuss. See, we have total 56 ministries in the union government. Total 56 ministries, and total number of demands for grants is 102. So for all the ministries, the demand numbers are assigned by the Department of Expenditure, Ministry of Finance as per alphabetical order, alphabetical of ministries' names. That is the reason the Agriculture Ministry has got demand numbers 1 and 2. Atomic Energy Department got demand number 3. And alphabetically, the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports is the last one as per alphabetical. So the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports got last demand number 102. So this is the reason our demand number is changed whenever any department is added or whenever any department is deleted. So that is the reason our demand number is single demand number is changed. Yeah, now please confirm whether demand slide is moving or not. Please confirm in the chat box.
It's showing 84.
Still it is 84.
Single demand for Ministry of Railways, 84.
Yeah. I'll check. Now is it moving?
Yes, it's now. Yes, it moved. Yes.
Now just a minute, Bernard. Now please check. Now is it moving?
No, it's showing 85.
Okay, okay. Now it is moving now.
85. Shows 84. Now. Please move it. Try to move it. Now it's 85.
Now, now?
Now, yeah, yes.
Okay, right. Yeah, thank you. So 84 is the current year, 85 is the next year. This is the year-wise demand number 17, 18, 80. Next year 18, 19, 19, 81. So every year one demand number is changing because of inclusion of fresh departments or new departments in the union government. Because the demand numbers are assigned by the Department of Expenditure, Ministry of Finance. So total we have 56 ministries, 102 demands for grants. So the demand numbers are assigned to ministries as per their alphabetical order of names. So that is the reason Agriculture Department got demand number 1 and 2. Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports got lost demand number because it starts with the Y. So in between railways is the Ministry of Railways. So we got in between the demand that is 80, 81, 82, now current year 84. Suppose next year, suppose any department is deleted, maybe we may got one number down. This is the for just information. The highest number of demands, that is Ministry of Finance, total number of demands 13, and Ministry of Home Affairs 11, and Ministry of Defence 4, and Ministry of Railways only single demand, that is 1. Prior to 2017, we are having a largest number of demands, that is 16. Now it is single, and other ministries 73, total 102. See, just the presentation of estimates to Parliament is changed from 16 categories to 1 category. That is the only difference. Allocation and classification, there is no change. Okay. Now we will come to this mapping. Mapping, we will just discuss first our hierarchy of the expenditure. Hierarchy of the expenditure from top of the classification is the major head, and bottom the last one is the object head. Object head. We will discuss, that is very important. Please confirm in chat box, is the document is visible or not? Yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah. This is the hierarchy of the expenditure classification in our railways. We'll check the top of the allocation is the top of the classification is the major head. Top of the classification is the major head. Then the major head is divided into various sub-major heads, or may not be in some major heads. It is the bifurcated to various sub-major heads. Some major heads it is only single or two categories. In that case, there is no sub-major head. So the next in turn, sub-major head. And the next one is called minor head. Minor head. This sub-major head is nothing but represent erstwhile demand number 3 to 13. Erstwhile demand number 3 to 13. The sub-major head is represent. Now we'll check for this mapping that erstwhile demand to sub-major head after this slide. This sub-major head is divided into various minor heads. Normally, minor heads, it is a 9 minor heads maximum. For example, in demand number 3 or sub-major head 1, minor heads are 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, up to 900. Suppose this demand number 3 or sub-major head 1, this is General Superintendents and Services. It is the administration of the headquarters, zonal railways or divisional office. So it covers all departments. 100 is general management, 200 is finance management, 300 personnel, 400 stores, 500 engineering, 600 mechanical or rolling stock management, 700 electrical, 800 SMT, 900 traffic, that means include commercial and operating. So that is the reason this RPF department or security department, claims department, catering department, medical department are not comes under demand number 3. They are comes under demand number 11 and 12. So maximum minor heads, it is the only 9 minor heads. And one more important feature is this except demand number 3, all other demands is having 900 minor head is the credits and recoveries. So, credits and recoveries. Except demand number 3, demand number 4, 5, 6, all demands, the minor head 900 is specifically for credits and recoveries. So after this minor head, again this is the major activity. Suppose in the particular demand, minor head is the broad activity. Again in the minor activity, again this major activity, again this is split into maximum 9 subheads. For example, 210, 220, 230, 240, like up to 290. 290. This is also called subordinate head or subhead. Budget grant is distributed up to subhead level, not detailed head. Our budget estimates just a minute. Our budget estimates are prepared subhead level, and grant also is distributed subhead wise. Okay. Then for this is a small activity. Again, each subhead is divided into different detailed heads. This is also maximum 9 detailed heads. That is under 210, 211, 212, 213, maximum 219. Okay. So this is the part of the allocation structure. And in the allocation structure, last 2 digits is the object head, or it is called as primary unit. Primary unit means what is the object of expenditure. Here the first part is specifies the activity, and last part that allocation is specified the object of expenditure. That means all of you know the primary units: 01 basic pay, 02 DNS allowance, 03 PLB is stop primary units, and non-stop primary units. Primary units are different for revenue and capital. Some primary units are common, but most of the primary units it is a different for railway, different for revenue, different for capital. But here in the allocation part, this major head, sub-major head is not played any role, because our allocation structure is start with still erstwhile demand number. Erstwhile demand number, because our finance code value 2 is not changed. So this major head and sub-major head is not part of our allocation, and our allocation start with the demand number, that is 03, erstwhile demand number 03 for sub-major head 1, that is general superintendence and services. So the allocation first 2 digits is the 03, and next 4 digits is the minor head, sub-head and detailed head. 0200, 0210 or 02111. And last 2 digits is the object head, that is the based on the object of expenditure. If it is a basic pay 01, if it is a HRA 04. So here I take an example, this house rent allowance paid to PFA of Zonal Railway. So please check, this is not start with 01, because sub-major head is for only this academic purpose or for account of expenditure in the railway books, not for allocation. Allocation instead of 01, we have to maintain still 03. And 0200 is the minor head. This minor head again is categorized as the 0210, and finally 0211. This is the detailed head. And last primary unit, it is the 04. So the allocation of HRA of PFA 03, 02, 11, 04. This is the revenue allocation structure. Again, capital allocation structure we will discuss later. This is a small difference between revenue and capital. Revenue first 2 digits is the demand number, and capital the first 2 digits deals with the source of finance. The remaining structure is same. Now we'll discuss how many major heads are there in Indian Railways, and this is the top of the hierarchy. Here, if you check accounts code in the chapter 2, the list of major heads is enclosed in the accounts code. Please check. Out of that, see a lot of around 500 or 600 major heads are there in the Union Government of India for different categories of expenditure. Out of that, our Indian Railways pertaining major heads we'll discuss now. Though it is 0021 income tax, it is a pertain to Ministry of Finance, but we are operated this major head for account of recovery of income tax from the employees as well as contractors. So 0021, if we check income tax allocation while passing the salary bills or contractors bills, you can verify that allocation start with 000021. So that represent major head. So in the account current, the expenditure is directly accounted under the income tax, under civil heads, under public account of India. That is the reason advantage. So income tax major head is 0021. If we check recoveries of the HBA, scooter advance or computer advance, that is the allocation start with 0049. That means the allocation major head is 0049. And Indian Railways miscellaneous receipts, that is the dividends received from the railway PSUs and the RRB receipts, And receipts other than coaching, goods, sundry. It is called miscellaneous receipts. It is the 1001. And 1002 is the Indian Railways commercial line revenue receipts. Because our railway structure broadly divided into commercial lines and strategic lines. Both have separate major heads, that are total of expenditure. So for commercial lines, revenue receipts, it is the 1002. For strategic lines, it is the 1003. You can remember easily 1001, 1002, 1003, to again 3001, 3002, 3003, all three related. This is 1000 series, it is the revenue earnings receipts, and 3000 series is the revenue expenditure. If you check 3001, this is the Indian Railways policy formulation, direction, research, and other miscellaneous organization. Nothing but representing erstwhile demand number 1 and 2. Erstwhile demand number 1 and 2. 3001. This 1011 is the Indian Railway miscellaneous which are controlled by the Railway Board. This is also Railway Board. 1001, 3001. And 1002 is the revenue receipts, 3002 is the revenue working expenses, commercial lines. And 1003 is the revenue receipts, strategic lines, 3003 is the strategic lines working expenses. Please check 1001, 1002, 1003, similar to 3001, 3002, 3003. For remembering, it is very easy. Now, this 3004, it is not in operation, OLWR, it is closed. And 3005 also not in operation because the dividends is not required to pay. And 3006, we are using this appropriation from surplus, that is after meeting all the working expenses, any surplus is there that is appropriated to development fund, safety fund, and liability reserve fund and capital fund. So that is used major head 3006. And 3007, repayment of loans taken, that is also irrelevant now. Now coming to 5002, this is the capital expenditure on commercial lines, Indian Railways. Here capital expenditure also, it is a commercial lines and strategic lines separate is there. 5003 is the capital outlay on the Indian Railways strategic lines. See, if you check 1003, 3003, 5003, all three relate to strategic lines. Strategic lines is existed in the only few railways, 4 or 5 zonal railways, not much. So others, this is the, if you check this type of sanctioning of loan of HBA loan, it is the allocation 007610. That Provident Fund is the 8009, and insurance fund, that is central government employees group insurance scheme, that is 8011. And this 8115 is the depreciation fund, general fund. This is PAO suspense operating in the headquarters, that is 8660. Or Reserve Bank suspense, public sector bank suspense, all this. 8670, this is checks and bills. 8671, departmental balance, and permanent cash interest, that is interest held with the executive officer, that allocation is 8672. See, this major head is nothing but turning into the same allocation also, except revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. All suspenses, it is the realigned with this major head number. Remittance into bank 8677. These are the important major heads. Now we'll go for this mapping. We'll go for mapping. Please confirm in the chat box whether it is visible or not. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. This is the important for examination point of view. See, mapping of erstwhile demands with the major heads or sub-major heads. Okay. We'll have 16 erstwhile demands, all of you know, prior to 2017-18. The 16 demands already we discussed it in the last class. Again, we'll check once again. Demand number 1 and 2, it is the policy formulation and services common to all railways. This is one group. Demand number 1 and 2. Demand number 3 is one group, that is general superintendence and services on zonal railways. And 4, 5, 6, 7, it is the group repairs and maintenance of all the assets. And operating expenses group is rolling stock, traffic, fuel, that is one group. And next group, there is no common name. It is having 3 different demands, that is stock welfare, miscellaneous, and PF. And this 14 and 15 group is the railway funds and payments to general revenues. Now this payments to general revenues not required, this demand number 15. And last group is the capital and other works expenditure, that is demand number 16. Now we'll check that assigning this major head. The demand number 1 and 2, it is the major head is 3001. The major head number is 3001, Indian Railways policy, formulation, direction, research and other miscellaneous organization. So it is divided into 2 sub-major heads, but there is no sub-major head number. 1 and 2, it is not there because only 2 divisions. The first division already you know, the demand number 1 is the railway board, demand number 2 is the miscellaneous expenditure general. Okay. That is 3001. Next group, that is a 3 to 40. Demand number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. These 12 demands, it is comes under major head 3002, Indian Railways commercial lines working expenses. Indian Railways commercial lines working expenses. The same sub-major heads, it is the 3003 is Indian Railways strategic lines working expenses. So here, this major head is divided into 12 sub-major heads. 12 sub-major heads. The demands are 3 to 14 and sub-major heads are 1 to 12. If you check the demand number 3 is the sub-major head 1. That is nothing but minus 2. 3 minus 2. 1. If we check demand number 6, minus 2, 4. Because all 3 to 14 serially numbered 1 to 12. So you can arrive, if you know the demand number, you can arrive the sub-major head easily by subtracting the number 2. That means demand number 14 minus 2, that is sub-major head number is 12. This is simple rule to identify. And this demand number 15, however, it is still in the books, but it is not relevant to railways right now. That is the major head is the 3005 payments to general revenues, that is including dividends. So here there is no question of this sub-major head. And coming to demand number 16, the sub-major head is the 5002 capital outlay on Indian Railways, commercial lines. At the same time, 5003 capital outlay on Indian Railways strategic lines. Here also there is no sub-major heads. Only sub-major heads are existed in the major head 3002 and 3003. This all demand number 3 to 14, it is serially numbered 1 to 12. 1 to 12. Any doubts we will discuss at the end of the session. And I'll give you task of this 30 MCQ questions in the poll. Before that, we will discuss some more allocation topics. Now we'll discuss the last head in the hierarchy, that is a starting major head, sub-major head, minor head, sub-head, detailed head, and object head. We'll discuss the primary units of the capital as well as revenue now. Please confirm someone in the chat box. Is it visible? Yeah. Right. Thank you. So already we discussed this. Primary units are object of expenditure is different for revenue as well as different for capital. This is the last 2 digits in the allocation, either a revenue or capital. The 2-digit code to represent the primary unit, that is the object of expenditure, indicating on what the expenditure is incurred. The first part is explains why the expenditure is incurred. Why the expenditure is incurred? That means activity. Suppose POH activity or operating expenses activity or administration activity, or repairs and maintenance activity, or staff welfare, that is the represent activity, the first 6 digits, and last 2 digits is represent what is the expenditure. That means is it salary, or is it allowances, or is it material, or is it office expenses, or it is a GST, etc. So the primary units are an important and integral part of the classification of expenditure, because they serve to analyze the expenditure by element of the cost. See, one way of analysis of expenditure is activity wise. Another way of analysis of expenditure is the element of the cost. Element of the cost means how much amount is incurred on the towards PLB, how much amount is incurred towards laptop procurement, how much expenditure incurred towards night duty allowance. Like that element of analysis cost we can analyze it with the help of the primary unit. So here this advanced correction slip 125 issued in the 2 years back, it is a very important correction slip. Now we'll discuss some important PUs. 01, it is the basic pay or salaries and wages. 02 DA, 03 PLB, and 04 HRA. This 1 to 16, it is the staff PUs. Staff PUs means the primary units related to staff. And 07, this is the transport allowance. 05, 06 is related. And 08 is very, very important because it is a NPS contribution. And it is operated only under demand number 13, not in any other demand. Because demand number 13 is the pension and other retirement benefits. This is the matching contribution of government towards defined contribution pension system. Okay. And 09, this is also not an operation, wages of casual labor. And 10 kilometer allowance, very, very important on running staff. And 11 OT allowance, 12 NDA night duty allowances, and all other allowances, it is a 13. 14 is fees and honoraria, and 15 transfer allowance, and 16 very, very important controllable PUs. It is the very important controllable PUs, traveling expenses. TA paid to the employees on duty. 17 air travel expense in lieu of privilege pass. 18 is very, very important, this non-stop side, because it represents all office expenses. Normally 18 to 24, it is a grouped under one category in budget estimate purpose, because all related to this office expense, rental for PMT except 20. Advertisement expenses, utilities, rental for office equipment, printing and stationery. Except PU 20, 18, 24, it is related to all office expenditure. Okay. This PU 20 is recently introduced this leave encashment during the 6th pay commission. It is the leave encashment during the service, because leave encashment at the time of retirement, the PU 99 is operated, but during the service, the PU is 20. This PU is common for revenue as well as capital. This PU only. This is new PU 20. And 25 PU also, it is the common primary unit for capital as well as revenue. This is children education allowance. And the uniqueness of this PU is it is operated only in the demand number 11. Like this PU 08 is operated in the demand number 13. This PU 25 is operated in the demand number 11, staff welfare expenses. On 26, it is the reimbursement of medical expenses. On 27, 28, 32, these three PUs are very, very important non-stop PUs. These three are major part of the total expenditure. 27 is the cost of materials drawn from the stock or stores depots. This is the major PU. And 28 is the cost of materials procured from the outside, that is direct purchases. And 32 is the contractual payments, that is the works done by the contractors for railways. 32. These three PUs are very, very important. 27, 28 and 32. And this 29 is the recently introduced in 2019, that is the remuneration to re-engage staff or officers or consultants. And the PU 30 is the new PU. This is the cost of electrical energy. Previously, before this PU is introduced, this cost of electrical energy we are charged to PU 32. But for controlling this aspect, for analyzing this, whatever, how much amount we are paid to procure this traction as well as non-traction, we are created separate PU 30. So this PU 30 is booking all payments to DISCOMs, that is the distributory companies or state electricity boards, traction as well as for non-traction. That means even office electricity bills, this administrative office electricity bills as well as this traction for running the trains. It is all single PU 30. This is very, very important. And PU 31, this is operated for fuel for other than traction. Fuel for other than traction. That is means track machines. We use diesel, generator sets, road vehicles, cost of biodiesel, other than traction purpose, not for running the trains. On 32, already discussed, very, very important, 32 contractual payments. And PU 33 is very, very important for booking of adjustments. Whatever cost of debits, transfer of debits or credits received from the other units, we booked this PU 33. But previously the GTKM debits also we are booked, this local performance debits booked under 33. But now this for GTKM debits, the railway board has created one separate PU 61. So other than GTKM debits, whatever adjustments is there received from the other units, that is booked to PU 33, very important. And PU 34 and 35, it is the adjustment from WMS to revenue heads. Because WMS is the temporary suspension or operate under capital side. Once the work is completed, the expenditure is transferred to revenue. So as far as this labor portion, it is a PU 34. As far as material portion, it is a PU 35. But previously this 34 and 35 used to operate for home railway rolling stock as well as foreign railway rolling stock. But in the advanced correction slip 125, for foreign railway rolling stock, they created PU 63, 64 separate. So now this 34, 35, these two heads are operated in the workshop accounts. That is the transfer from WMS account to revenue heads. The labor portion 34, material portion it is 35. These two are very, very important. Yeah, 36, it is the excise duty paid on the purchase of materials. 37, customs duty. 38, sales tax. Now I think now it is all replaced by GST. Yeah. 39, air travel expenses. 40, air travel foreign. 41, VAT. Now it is also not in operation. 42, 43, 44, these three PUs created in the 2004-11 introduced. Previously, the arrears of salary is booked to 01, arrears of DA booked to 02, arrears of HRA is booked to 04. But from 2011 onwards, to distinguish arrears from the regular salaries, they introduced three PUs 42, 43, 44. 42 for arrears payment salary, basic pay. 43 arrears payments, this DA and all other allowances 44. Service tax it is 45, 46 countervailing duty, 47 additional customs duty. These are this 50 and 51 also introduced some years back. This 50 and 51 also it is a common for revenue as well as capital. Like 20 and 25, this 50 and 51 also it is common for revenue and capital. Both related to computers, but 50 is the software and 51 is the hardware. That is the consumables or disk, tapes, floppies, stationery. This 50 is the computer hardware, software, both hardware and software. This is the 51 is the only consumables. That means it is a non-recurring expenditure. This is the recurring expenditure. 52 is introduced in 2013. That is the common primary unit. This is also common primary unit for revenue and capital. That is laptops procured by officers. It is charged to PU 52. And PU 60, it is the fuel from stock. Suppose home railway locomotives fueled by the foreign railway, we can book it under this PU 60. Previously, we booked under PU 33 adjustments. Now, to distinguish separately that any home railway locomotive fueled by the other foreign railways, the adjustment received in this railway booked to PU 60. And 61 also newly introduced. Previously, it is a PU 33. This is the transfer of debits or credits of local performance. That is the GTKM debits or credit. Last kilometer debits. And the 63, 64 previously, this is the foreign railways POH done at foreign railways. It is booked under 34, 35. But to distinguish what is the foreign railway expenditure, what is the local expenditure, the 63 and 64 is created. So these 63, 64, it is the foreign railway rolling stock. 63 is where labor, 64 is the material. 72, 73, 74, 75, these four are created in 2017 after introduction of this GST. This is 72 CGST, 73 state GST, Union Territory GST, and 75 is the integrated GST. And this is very important, 98, this is credits or recoveries or object of credit. All other PUs are called object of expenditure. Only this PU 98 is called as object of credit because it is reflect all credits and recoveries. It is not expenditure. It is not expenditure. Previously, it is introduced in the 2015. Previously, it is also booked under accounted under PU 99 other expenses. Now it is a very difficult for budget section to estimate this other expenses as well as credits and recoveries. Both are under same PU. That is the reason the railway board is created, introduced this PU 98, very important for MCQ. This is the PU for all other expenses, whatever we are not the expenses which are not categorized under earlier PUs, it is called all miscellaneous. This is 99 other expenses. These are the revenue PUs. Now we will come to capital PUs, but capital expenditure is always very small in overall total expenditure. So please give concentration for examination purpose only revenue PUs. But anyway, we will discuss this capital PUs also. Very few PUs. This is the primary units of the expenditure for works. Here, all establishment PUs are stock PUs in revenue side 0, 1 to 16 and 20, 25. But here, all staff related expenses, it is the only PU 01, whether it is a pay, DA, HRA, except PLB, except productivity linked bonus. For PLB, it is the PU 10. And 02 is the payment to casual labor, anyway, that is not relevant, not operating now. And 03 in railway, in revenue side, we operate PU 32 for contractual payments. But work side, it is the payment to contractors and others for engineering works or supply and erection contract, that is the PU 03. Here, revenue, we used 28 for direct supply of material. Here, 04. And revenue, we used store supplied from stock 27. Here, 05. And 06 is a small PUs, freight on stores. In revenue, the credits PU is 98. Here 07 credit for released materials, CRR. And for all others, it is a adjustments, it is a 08. Like 33, here we operated 08. Any adjustments are small. And transfer of debits and transfer of credits, it is a affecting capital works or suspense accounts, it is the 09. It serves the purpose of PU 33 in the revenue side. And this is the second PU for booking this staff related expenditure, that is the PLB. Other than PLB, all other staff PUs, it is comes under staff expenses, comes under 01. Because the establishment is very small. Work side, the establishment is very small. That is the reason distinguished between again basic pay, DA, HRA, traveling allowance not required. So all these expenses are grouped under only single PU, except bonus. So these are the excise duty, sales tax, interim relief, traveling expenses, air travel domestic and foreign. And here this matching contribution, In the revenue side, 08 is operated. Here it is the 18. And this 20 and 25 common for revenue and capital, leave and cashment. Already we discussed it. 25 also it is a common for revenue and capital. 22 is the reimbursement of medical expenses. 26 where this 42, 43, 44 operated, this arrear payments here, all arrears it is the 26. And again 50 and 51 common. 50 is the computer hardware, 51 is the consumables, non-recurring and recurring. And 52 also common, laptop by officer. And 53, this is all India leave travel concession. 54, interest delayed and non-deposit. And 63, 64, 65, 66 for all GST related. Now we'll discuss this capital expenditure. Some unique feature is there, this works allocation. Yeah, please confirm whether the document is visible or not. Yeah, right. Thank. Yeah, thank. The unique feature in the finance code 2, this is the capital expenditure side. The sum of the detailed debts are the common to all planets. Normally, if you check revenue expenditure, every demand number, every subhead is having a separate detailed debts. But here, the common detailed debts in the planet 11, that is the new lines. Now this construction is removed in the description. Now it is the only new lines. Are equally applicable to the following planets. So in the finance code value 2, we'll check after this document, we'll check this finance code value 2, this planets. So whatever details described under planet 11, it is equally applicable to this planets 14, 15, 16, 18, 29, 30, 31, 32, almost all planets except few. So if you want to check any activity under 14 gauge conversion, any detailed activity, we have to go for this planet 11. This is 14 gauge conversion, 15 doubling, all railway research, we'll check. Now we'll check this capital expenditure, finance code value 2. Yeah. Please confirm. Yeah, very good. Yes. Now we'll discuss this capital expenditure. The revised classification of expenditure and works, irrespective of whether they are charged to capital or capital fund or DRF or DF or safety fund or RRSK or debt service fund or railway liability reserve fund, all it is come under single demand, that is erstwhile demand, single demand, that is the 11, 16. That is the erstwhile demand number 16. That means source of finance, whether it is a DRF or DF, whatever is there, it is the comes under single demand, that is 16. This is the allocation structure, it is the 8-digit numerical code. In the revenue allocation, the first 2 digits reflects it is the erstwhile demand number, whereas in the capital side, the first 2 digits reflect the source of finance. Source of finance, that means whether it is a capital 20 or capital fund 25 or DRF. And second module of 2 digit is it is the representative, that is the minor head or this planned expenditure. The second module, that is the planned expenditure. Here already I told this is the major head 5002 capital outlay on Indian Railways commercial lines and 5003 capital outlay on Indian Railways strategic lines. So this is the major head. Here there is no sub major head. And next minor heads are nothing but all planets. Minor heads are nothing but all planets. What are the important planets? It is there. Planet 11 new lines. The previous name is new lines construction. Now it is a removed. Only new lines. Gauge conversion. That is a gauge conversion from meter gauge to broad gauge or narrow gauge to meter gauge. It is the gauge conversion. Doubling or tripling or quadrupling. That is the 15 planet. And all traffic facilities other than this construction of new lines. It is the planet 16. And 17 and 18 is introduced later. That is 17 is a computation of project. And 18 is the railway research, that is include RDSO. 21 is very, very important planet, that is the rolling stock. 22 is the payment of the principal component of the lease charges to IRFC or other institutions, that is 22. That is lease research, that is also introduced in the 2005. And 29 and 30, it is the road safety works. Road safety works means 29 is the level crossing and 30 is the ROB or RUB. 31 very important track renewal. All track renewals place comes under 31. And all bridge works or tunnel works or approaches, it is the 32. SNT single planet, that is 33. And 35 is the RE railway electrification projects. And 36 now other electrical works including TRD works, traction distribution works. Previously the traction distribution works under 37. Now it is included in the 36. And 41 is very, very important MNP program, machinery and plant. 42 this construction of production units or workshops. This is a very rarely used 42. And 51 is very, very important to staff welfare. And 53, it is a renamed. Now it is a customer amenities. The old name is passenger and other railways. Now it is the customer amenities. All investments in our government PSUs or railway PSUs, it is the 61. The like 99 primary unit serves the purpose for expenditure not covered under any other PU. How the PU 99 is apported, like this 64 is any work is not classified under any other planet, then we will account under planet 64 other specified works. And 65 it is only for training or HRD, creation of training institutes or 71 is the 3 suspensors are there. Capital suspension, that is stores, manufacturing and MSC. All these 71, 72, 73, out of this 71, 72 are very, very important. And 81 is the metropolitan transport projects, that is the Calcutta Metro and other suburban trains. And 82, now it is not in operation. That is transferred to Special Railway Safety Fund, that is closed in the 2008. Here, these are the source of finance. The first 2 digits, that is the capital is 21, DRF 21. This DF 1 is 23, 2 is 33, 3 is 43, 4 is 53. 23, 33, 43, 53. That is development fund 1, 2, 3, 4. All of you know that prefix is the plus. Plus means P for passenger, L for labor welfare, U for unremunerative, and S for safety works. DF1, DF2, DF3, DF4. And safety fund and SRSF now not in operation, and Nirbhaya fund, that is a provision of the CCTV cameras and other measures to protect the women in the railway coaches and railway premises. EPRIF, that is institutional finance, now LIC is funding, and RRSK is the one-time fund, Rashtriya Rail Sanrakshan Kosh. So this is the demand number 16. So the first one is called minor head. After source of finance, this is the minor head, this is the subhead, this is the detailed head. Just now we discussed this, whatever detailed heads under 11, it is for applicable for almost all planets except very few. Here, this is the subheads, preliminary expenses, land, this detailed heads, this 1100 new lines. And if we check this 1300, now it is deleted, and the 1400, this gas conversion or doubling or profit facilities, same detailed heads and same subheads are used. This is useful at the time of this preparation of this allocations question, attempting in the books and budget with books paper. Please remember. This computation is having separate detailed heads because it is not in common with the other structural works. So it is having a separate detailed heads, that is 1711, 1712, PRS, Private Operation Information System, and railway research. It is same for 1100. This 2100 also is having separate locomotives, loco spores. This is the leased payments, IRFs and others. And EPRIF is recently introduced, that is 2231, 2232. This is the road safety works. This is only for level crossing. And 3000 is the ROB and REB. SLT is having separate detailed heads. Wherever this subhead and detailed head is not there, you have to refer this 1100 new lines, subhead and detailed head. At the end of each abstract or each demand number, there is a explanatory notes is there, very, very important for examination point. If any ambiguity or doubt while applying this allocations in the revenue demand or capital demand, we have to refer this explanatory notes. Please check this 1110, the explanatory notes clearly is given. It is given at the end of each erstwhile demand number, revenue demands 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 also. Please check. Now we'll discuss this earnings, XYZ. Yeah, please confirm in the chat box. Yeah, thank you, Suji. Thank you. Yeah, this see, there is no demand number for earnings. Demand number is there, erstwhile demand number for revenue expenditure, capital expenditure. Because demand number is required for estimating the expenses and asking the parliament for approval. Whereas for earnings, approval of parliament is not required. So that is the reason there is no demand number for this X, Y, Z. Okay? So it is the abstract X, abstract Y, abstract Z. But anyway, we have prepared this earnings budget that is for information purpose, not for approval of. Here, abstract X is the coaching earnings. Abstract X is the coaching earnings. Here, the allocation start with this 90. 90. This is the. So the next 4 digits, it is the minor head, subhead, and detailed head. And last 2 digits in earnings side, last 2 digits primary unit is only one primary unit, that is called 99. Except this recovery of this NPS. NPS contribution only we have to operate PU08. PU08 is operate for recovery of government contribution under demand number 30. Here primary unit 99 is used for all earnings. See here this coaching earnings, it is the passenger earnings and special trains, luggage, parcels, other coaching and transport of post office mails, miscellaneous coaching receipts. Here refunds, it is comes under 800 subhead. Like recoveries and credits in the 900 subhead for revenue demands. Here in the abstract XYZ, it is the 800 is the this is the refunds account. So this is the coaching earnings. After this earnings, I will ask some MCQ questions in the poll form. We'll discuss. Yeah. Abstract Y is the goods earnings. This goods earnings is bifurcated into various minor heads, that is the fuel, general merchandise, military traffic, livestock, railway materials other than coal and coke, miscellaneous goods earnings, that is warfare, sundries. And here also this 800 reflects deduct refunds and sundry earnings. This is the abstract jet, sundry earnings. This is bifurcated under telegraph earnings, rents and tolls of residential buildings, retiring rooms, rest house, or rest homes, other buildings and other rooms, land, that is the lease charges, land, and receipts from catering department, and overhead charges and profits recovered in the work done for outside parties and on sale of stores. This is from WMS, this is the affected, and sale proceeds of unclaimed or damaged goods and gross and fees on the lanes and unserviceable revenue scrap. This is the new activity, that is the non-fair revenue advertisement fees. It is the 600 minor head, that is advertisement of station and advertisement on coaches, mobile assets, advertisements through hoardings out of home. This is very important question for examination point, non-fair revenue. Entertainment on board and off board, sponsorship activities or events at station, that is there, and NINFRS, that is a new initiative, non-fair revenue idea scheme. This is very important. And interactive services and various NFR unclassified earnings from advertisement fees. That is the Z618. This is the important. And this is the interest and maintenance charges on account of assets. That is from private bodies and other defense coaches and others. This is very, very important. 93,652. This is starting with 93. This sundry earnings. 93,652 is the other sundry receipts. That means receipts, if at all not classified as any other receipts, it is like PU 99, it is the 93,652, 99. That is other sundry receipts and all unclassified receipts, that is STD, PCO, operating loss on spreads. Now it is deleted. Here also this 800 is the direct refunds. See, this explanatory notes also very, very important for understanding this abstract. Now I will ask some 4 questions. Please attend. Now only 5 minutes time. Please attempt these allocations. If the poll is not visible, please message in the chat box. If the poll is not visible, please message in the chat box. Yeah, please confirm in the chat box whether it is visible or not. The poll. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ajay. Yeah, please attend all the questions. We will discuss the answers at the end of the this poll. And we have another 2 polls are there. Total 30 questions are there. Please attempt this first 10 questions. And all our queries we can discuss at the end of session. Please note on piece of paper. You have 5 minutes time. Yeah, please hurry up. Last 1 minute. So with the books, you have to refer this finance code volume to concentration because it is very important. That is 20 marks question. This allocations. And without books, usually they are asking only Erstwhile demand number or submajor head, not complete allocation, because it is not possible without finance code this submitting this allocation. So can I close the poll? If anyone is there, please message in the chat box. Otherwise, I will close the poll. If anyone left, please message. Otherwise, I will end. I am closing the poll. Now we'll check the answers. Please check. Yeah, the first major head for Indian Railways, very good. 81% is correct. 3001 is the correct answer. 3001 is the correct answer. Yeah, is it visible poll? Please confirm in the chat box. Is poll is visible? Yeah. Thank you, Ajay. Yeah. The second question, major head for Indian Railways commercial lines working expenses. That is 76% is correct. 3002. That is Indian Railways commercial lines working expenses 3002. That is 3001 represent demand number 1 and 2. Is 3002 represent demand number 3 to 14. Very good. Next, this major head for capital outlay and commercial outlines, commercial lines, it is the 5002. Very good. 71% correct. The total number of major heads in the sub-major heads in the 3002 is total 12 sub-major heads. Demand number 3 to 14. Demand number 3 to 14 comes under 3002 or 3003. So only 32%. Yeah, don't confuse. Demand number 3 to 14. That means total number is 12 sub-major heads. 1 to 12. Okay. Only 32. Yeah, most of them are confused. Sub-major head number for appropriation to funds. That is a DRF or pension fund is the very good. The sub-major head 12. That is 46% is correct. Because the demand number is 14. The demand number is 14. So what is the rule to change to sub-major head? Demand number minus 2 is equal to sub-major head. So what is the sub-major head for demand number 6? 6 minus 2, 4 is the sub-major head. And what is the sub-major head for demand number 3? General superintendents and services, that is sub-major head 1. Demand number 3 minus 2. So here the demand number 14 is the appropriation to funds. The sub-major head for this demand is minus 2, that is 12. Very good. Please don't confuse the sub-major head and demands. Yeah, now sub-major head for rolling stock. Yeah, rolling stock and equipment, that is the demand number is 8. Operating expenses, rolling stock and equipment, demand number 8. Now that is 8 minus 2, that is 6. Only 44% is correct. Yeah. Sub-major for general superintendents and services. Very good. This is 73%. That is 03 is general superintendents. 03 minus 1 minus 2 is 1. The first sub-major head. This is very good. Sub-major head for staff welfare and amenities. Very good. 54% correct. Don't confuse this. If it is the erstwhile demand number, that is 11 is correct. But here the question is sub-major head. That means demand number minus 2. So 9 is the correct answer. And what is the revenue primary unit for credits and recoveries? Very good. 63%. See, this 29% choose the PU 99. That is not correct. Previously PU 99 is correct. Now it is the new primary unit is created for 98. That is credits and recoveries in the revenue side. And last question, yeah, hierarchy. Yeah, what is the correct hierarchy? Yeah. Exactly, 61% correct. The third one is correct. First major head, then sub-major head, then minor head, then sub-head or subordinate head, then detailed head, then object head or primary unit is the last one. This is the correct hierarchy. From major head, sub-major head, minor, sub-head, detailed head, object head. So number 3 choice is the correct. Now please check. Please find the demand number for activity. This is the second poll, and one more poll is there, poll 3. So please do fast. Please do fast. 5 minutes. Please someone confirm in the chat box whether the poll is visible or not. Very good. Ajay, thank you. Visible. This is activity. Now identify with the erstwhile demand number. Here not sub-major head. This is the question you may expect in the without books and budget. With the books, they expected the complete answer. That is minor head, detailed head, sub-head and primary unit. But normally without books, they ask only demand number. Yeah, Mr. Bhaskar, please check. All not sure. Okay, okay, right. Yeah. I will relaunch. Yeah, now please confirm. Please confirm now. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Ajay. If any inconsistency, if any problem, please message me, chat box. Yeah, now please check some technical problem. Please confirm in the message box. Okay, thank you. Some problem is there. Yeah. Now, please start this 3. Now, please confirm in the chat box. Now, I launched the allocations 3. Yeah, Ajay, thank you. Yeah, that poll 2 is some problem, technical problem. Yeah, please confirm in the chat box. Now it is okay. Otherwise, we will discuss without poll. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Sanjay, please check. Others are it is visible to others.
మీరు వేచి ఉండండి లేదా తర్వాత మళ్ళీ
Please do fast. The time is running. Yeah. They close. They close the poll. Please confirm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 Please confirm is it visible or not results. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. Now we'll discuss the primary unit 101. Very good. 100%. Yeah. Great. Salaries and wages. Very easy. Yeah, primary unit is 32, it is for contractual payments. Only 78% correct. And primary unit 27, 68% correct. Cost of materials from stock. Cost of material direct purchase is the 28. So 27, that is a stores drawn from depot. That is 68% correct. Yeah, primary unit 99 is other expenses. Don't confuse credits and recoveries is a 98. New PU for credits and recoveries 98. 99 is other expenses, that is 78% correct. Yeah, primary unit 18 is office expenses, very good, 71%. Very good, correct. Primary unit 18 is office expenses. Yeah, primary unit 16 is the traveling allowance. That is 16 is the traveling expenses. That is 61%. The transfer allowance, it is the only on case of a transfer, it is a 15 PU. Whereas PU 16, when staff performed or staff going to other places on duty, that is traveling allowance. PA normally we pay traveling allowance. Traveling expenses. Yeah. PU 33, this is transfer of debits or credits from other units. Very good. We should. Yeah, now it is visible. Today is a lot of technical problems this June. Yeah. So 27 it is a cost of material from stock. 99 is other expenses. And primary unit 18 is office expenses is correct, 71%. And primary unit 16 is the traveling expenses. That is not transfer allowance. Transfer allowance is the 15. And primary unit 33 is the transfer of debits and credits from other units, adjustments. And primary unit 25, this is for revenue as well as capital. That is children education allowance, very good, 80% is correct. And this PU is operated only the demand number 11, not any other demand, please remember. Yeah, revenue primary unit 03, very good, 76%. Productivity linked bonus, correct. This is the primary unit 20, very good, 98%, great. Leave encashment. It is equally for this capital side also. Capital side also. Now please try only 3 minutes allocations to. Please do fast. Please do fast. Time is running. Only another 2 minutes, not more than minutes. Please do fast. This is very easy. Only you can select erstwhile demand number. Yeah, okay, Ajay. Let others also submit. చెప్పండి. Yeah, I am closing the poll. Yeah, please confirm this results are visible or not. Yeah, very good. Yeah, thank you, Ajay. Yeah, salary of PFA, very good. See, here I am asking erstwhile demand number, not submajor head. Don't confuse. If it is submajor head, 01 is correct. But here the question is, what is the erstwhile demand number? So 03 is 77% is correct. Don't confuse. Yeah. Here railway staff canteen expenditure. Yes, it is a part of staff welfare and amenities. Demand number 11 is correct. 77%. Very good. Catering department is 12. Catering for passengers, canteen for staff. If it is the staff canteen, 11. Catering for passengers, it is at 12. Please remember. Yeah. Maintenance of railway bridge. Yes, it is a part of demand number 4. Repairs and maintenance of permanent way and works. So it is part of repairs and maintenance of permanent way and works. 70% is correct. Demand number 4 is correct. Third question. Yeah. Yeah, demand number 4. Yeah, question 4. This is the salary of PCMD. It is the demand number 11. Correct. Very good. 59% correct. Because I told why it is not incorporated in the demand, why it is not accommodated in the 03. Because demand number 3, it is only 9 minor heads. All 9 major departments are covered. So this medical department is 11, security department is 12, claims department is 12, and catering department also 12. All, whether the staff and officers is working in GM office or DRM office, it is not demand number 3. Okay, this is the exception. So here the question 4 is demand number 11 is correct. Yeah. 5, repairs and maintenance of demo. It is treated as the coach and wagon. Coach. So it is a demand number 6 is correct, not demand number 5. It is not treated as the locomotive. The demo, memo, EMU or demo, memo, all it is treated as carriages. So repairs and maintenance of carriages and wagon, demand number 6 is correct, 41%. Salary of train manager, very good. It is operating expenses, traffic. Demand number 9 is correct. Now the god name is redesignated as train manager. The pension payable to retired staff, very good, 82%. Demand number 13 is correct. And salary of principal chief security commissioner, just now I discussed it. Though he is working in zonal headquarters, but his salary and other expenses is chargeable to demand number 12, security department. And demand number 9, very good. This is demand number 10, 75% correct. Fuel expenditure, it is demand number 10. It is single largest demand number in the revenue working expenses, ordinary working expenses. Almost 20 to 25% expenditure goes to fuel, that is either traction or diesel. Yeah, POH diesel locomotive, very good. Demand number 5 is correct. It is 64%. Yeah, now any queries, please ask. Otherwise, we will call it a day. Any queries, please raise the hand. Yeah, Mr. Ajay, please unmute.
Sir, about revenue primary unit 46.
Yeah, that
Revenue
is
primary unit
small to
46.
you. Now it is all under GST. It is not there. Countervailing duty 46 is countervailing duty.
What is countervailing duty?
Means, it is the duty imposed on certain imported goods. To protect our local people, we will impose some restrictions on the, will impose some additional duty, additional tax on the goods imported from the foreign countries. That is countervailing duty. Not much important. Mr. Bijut, please unmute. Yeah, Mr. Bijut, please tell me. Yeah, Mr. Biresh Kumar, please tell me.
Sir, children education allowance of senior DFM officers.
Okay.
Children education allowance
Yeah,
of
tell me.
senior DFM officers.
Tell me. Yeah,
Sir, कहाँ book होगा
allocation
sir?
primary.
Where we book 11J और no sir, demand number 11J और 12K.
Yeah, it is demand number 3.
11J or 03.
03.
03.
Yeah, this children education allowance, it is a part of salary. So suppose it is the loco pilot granted to loco pilot, then demand number 8. Granted to guard, demand number 9. Granted to office staff, demand number 3. Like that, all demands it is operated.
ये welfare section में नहीं आएगा सर 11J.
Yeah, one minute, yeah, sorry. This is children education allowance, it is a part of staff welfare. Yeah, it
So,
is
sir,
only 11, sorry.
So sir, finally
Only
answer
demand number 11.
11.
Not 03. Yeah, it is granted to any staff or any officer. It is a part of demand number 11.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Then, yeah, next.
Thank you.
Next. I think no more queries. It is already 5:10. Yeah, we can call it a day.
Okay, on behalf of Indian Railway Institute of Financial Management, I thank Shri M Nageswara Rao for taking up the session on railway demand and also major head and subheads and including primary units. And also clarifying many of your doubts through quiz, multiple choice quiz. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we have session at 3 p.m. Thank you all.
Yeah. Thank you, Bennett. Yeah, Mr. Yeah, so Sunita, yeah, please unmute.
Sir, I'm having confusion of POH because it is shown in demand number 5 or 6 also.
Pardon?
POH of demo, and that I'm getting confused with that.
That is in demand number 6.
Yeah, but then in 5 also there is this not POH something regarding electric locomotive periodical overhaul is also shown 530 minor this subhead in subhead.
1 minute, we'll check.
I get confused with that. I'm not getting it. Because in demand number 5, minor head for diesel locomotive 300, that is minor head.
Just a minute, please check. Is it visible?
Yeah.
Yeah, now please check. This is the demand number 6. Repairs and maintenance of the carriages and wagons. This is the demand number 6. Here, the minor head is EMU, electrical multiple unit, and 500 is the this one, and 700 if you check the DMU coaches. So it is in the demand number 6 only.
Yes.
Okay, right, thank you. Okay, thank you all. Have a nice day. Bye.